Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you, and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. Oh, but tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berghoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God. I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berkhoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sacre. So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary, von Berghoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Zizka of Trotznov?
Aye, he's called Jan Zizka of Trotznov.
Well, blow me down. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Talmberg. What was he doing there?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive?
Not any longer.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good Lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobs just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And...
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malyshoff Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malyshoff? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malyshoff Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell three of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malyshoff. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful. Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble, and this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards, and I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
Yes? Easy, good horse. Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa. Whoa! Look what I have for you.
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget, I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malashov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
He's one of them! Get him!
Take that fucker out! Damn it! Bucket horse, son! Let him have it! Go to hell! You want to try me? I'll be done with you in a flash.
Get away with that, bastard!
Big mistake!
Fucker out! Damn it!
No match for us. Nice.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, you fucker!
Yeah! Don't spend... Thanks for the help, lad. God knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't shown up.
Papa, are you all right?
What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
Should I get rid of them?
Absolutely not. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plymouth, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scalitz, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either. Especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad, as long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Should I kill him?
Christ almighty!
I don't doubt you could pull it off, but it wouldn't help anything. Sigismund's people are like the Hydra. You chop off one head, and another grows back in its place. We'd just get another Vavak, if not worse. No, killing won't solve anything. We have to do something else to get to him. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake die. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
But you need evidence to make such an accusation, right?
Exactly.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mint Master's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the Mint Master himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian in Horshan, at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the path of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you. Take care of yourself, stranger. I hope you come back to us soon. You should already be on your way to Horsham.
Excuse me. God be with you. silly doggy.
I'm sorry.
Look what I have for you.
Welcome, Goodman. If you're looking for something, you're in the right place. Greetings.
Show me your word.
I've got a feeling you're trying to sell me stolen wares. I'll have to knock that off the price, friend. How much do you want for it?
Here. And something for your trouble.
Many thanks. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. What can I do for you?
What do you have for sale? A word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
What would you say to this?
That sounds really interesting. Finally, a reasonable sum. Thank you, sir. Come again. What do you need, sir?
Would you repair a few?
Not too bad today, eh?
It could be better.
It could always be better.
Everyone wants me to give them things on credit. But do they buy anything? No.
Oh, come on. All you do is complain.
Maybe. But if you had lower pay on account of it, you'd think differently.
Well, you're right. Folk these days have no manners.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
How's this?
You won't convince me with this. You see? Oh, excellent. You made a fine...
purchase, good sir. What do you need, my... I'll have a...
Let's talk about the price.
Huh. Finally. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
I'll have a look at the ware. I'd like to discuss the price.
Huh. Aye. You'll convince me with that price. Did you hear that noise last night?
Vegetables! Mushrooms! Come and get some fresh mushrooms!
And you're in the clear. Good doggy, good
Fine
boy.
day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
How can I help you?
Got it all.
Show me. A word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try. You see?
Sound as a bell.
It was one mass.
Linen canvas!
Damnation.
Softest linen canvas!
That if we
Come and
can't
buy
be
the
together here on
finest
Earth,
canvas!
we'd be together after death.
I'm telling you, it was just one mass.
You don't care about us at all. Why did you marry that old battle axe anyway? We could have been together in this life too.
Don't even start. We've been over this
Broadcloth.
100 times.
You go to
Woolen
confession and
broadcloth.
donate some money to the
Quality
church.
fabrics,
Got
right
that? Or I'll
prices.
end up in the kingdom of heaven by myself and on the shelf.
All right, I will, but I've got to go now. If my wife saw us, I'd be in deep shit.
All right. How about a kiss farewell?
Are you serious? What about my marriage vows? If the Lord saw us...
All right. Take care then.
Farewell.
Greetings!
God be with you.
Hot lids, the finest...
Wonderful day!
Some wood and clover. I'll be happy to help you.
You think you could manage some kind of ornament? I always fancied those chairs with hearts carved out of them. You dog me in.
Michael? What are you doing here?
È un'ingiustizia. You're the one who should be locked up.
Take a mile.
Chin up, my friend. They say you make your greatest art when you're at your lowest.
Rub ashes on my humble head. Scar my ass with filthy belts. Remember clearly what I said, that you can go and fuck yourself.
How did you end up here?
It's your fault. Some merchant saw our loot and started yelling that we stole it. I tried to calm him, but he took the pearls I was regaling him with and dashed them to pieces. So George punched him in the face.
Maybe I can get you out of here when no one's looking.
Ah, freedom! You belong to me once more, freedom. To sin is human, to forgive divine. So may God forgive you all for being such pricks.
Michael? What are you doing here?
È un'ingiustizia. You're the one who should be locked up. To sin is human, to forgive divine. So may God forgive you all for being such pricks.
Fuck, Henry! We'll compose a new ode to you for
Hurry back
this.
to Gellion. These big cities aren't for the likes of us.
Pots for sale! Big, strong pots! Pots here! Twice by
I am at your service.
We've got enough to go round.
The
I
finest
surrender.
fried wares,
Enough.
rainbow.
Did you think you'd get away with that? Freeing someone from the pillory as if you were a guard? Not a chance!
Please, look at me. Do I look like a dishonest man? This is all just a misunderstanding.
Oh, I apologize, my lord. I must have made a mistake. Let's just forget about this.
Guten Tag, mein Freund. Komm herein. Wie geht's, mein Herr?
What do you have for sale? I'd like to do something about that price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht?
What would you say to this?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Good day to you. What would you like?
What do you have for sale?
What can you do, sir? Maybe next.
Show I'd like to discuss the...
Well,
That, and a little tip.
many thanks. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
I apologize.
What would you like?
What do you have? Worried about the price?
Well... Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you, sir. And come again. Come and take your pick. New wares.
My wares will bring you joy.
Come and take a gander. We've got it all.
Good day to you.
I'll have a look at the way.
I've got a feeling you're trying to sell... I'll have to knock... Well...
Here.
Well, well... I was glad to be of help to you, good sir. What will it be?
What do you have? I'd like to discuss the... Do you accept?
That sounds real... Finally.
Buy 2 pots, I've got lots. Have a bowl as well, sound as a bell.
Come and take a gander. We've got it all.
Do your shopping here and you're in the clear.
The finest wares. Quality goods.
Herzlich willkommen. What do you have for sale?
Let's talk about the price.
Was soll's?
Here. And something for your trouble.
Wunderbar. Dankeschön. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, meine Herren.
It happened.
No hair, eyes. Alf, it was the spitting image of him. It must be a sign.
I reckon you're right. I saw your likeness.
Why the long face? What premonition?
I've got a barrel of ale and oak.
I apologize. Good day to you, sir. Looking... What are you here...
What do you have for... I'd like to do something about that price.
You see? Happy to be of service, sir. Bread rolls, pancakes, cabbage flatbread, fresh cabbage flatbread.
My respects.
Honey pie. Don't be shy. Come closer and take
Get out of here, Matt! You... Ugh.
Greetings, sir.
I believe it's called boredom. What?
I'm not bored.
If you've got time to worry about everything that could go wrong, you're bored. And that's that. And if you're the loose end, come around and I'll be happy to. I've got plenty of bloody work.
Fine wares here. Quality merchandise.
You have no business being here. Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
That's a very fine sword you have, Goodman.
And so it should be. It was made by my father, a master swordsmith.
Well, you can tell it's perfectly balanced at first glance. I may not be able to see the blade, but the way the hilt is fitted is clearly the work of a master craftsman.
It seems you know your stuff, good man.
I'm an apprentice swordsmith.
For someone from Kuttenberg? I'm surprised I haven't seen you before.
No, my master is Martin Menschy from Prague. We're just traveling north. My master wants to deliver a piece in person.
You don't say! Master Menschy is in Kuttenberg? Do you think I could talk to him? I admire his work, and so does my father.
Of course. Come to the Hangman's Halter Tavern. My master will be pleased to have company.
Thanks. If you want to enter the gardens, go ahead. Just keep away from my sister. My father has forbidden her to speak to men.
Don't worry. I'll give you my word as a swordsmith.
Bis bald.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Buschek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
What if we became friends, and you gave me the book?
You're taking a big risk, good man. My father could have your tongue cut out for that kind of talk. He's not too keen on my friends.
That doesn't bother me.
But it's not that easy to become a friend of mine. First, you need to impress me somehow.
I could write a poem for you.
Love poetry. I have to warn you that my taste is rather refined.
One stolen glance, tender and true, captured my heart, beholden to you. Your beauty and grace, like flowers in spring. As the rising sun, you make the birds sing.
That wasn't bad, good man. You have talent. You deserve a reward.
I'd like to take Casper's book now.
Of course. That's what you came for, isn't it?
How about a kiss?
Here, now? In broad daylight?
Why not? We're alone here.
That's what you think. I don't want to make my family angry, and it would be a pity if you came to harm as well.
So you don't want...
If the circumstances were different, who knows? But your charming courtship has made me happy.
I have the book, so I'll be off.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.